Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much. If you are a returning subscriber, I am so thankful for your support. And if you're just passing on by, you might want to stick around and see if you like my reading. And if you do, maybe you can consider subscribing. Today's reading will be about your healing and some insight as to maybe some areas that you may not be aware of within your healing journey, maybe some guidance around how you can take a look at your healing from another perspective and provide clarity around your healing. So I recorded this video twice yesterday. Of course, these are all new cards, so there's 2 videos previous to this that just didn't quite make it, mostly because of technology and me aren't the best of friends. But anyway, I'm pretty certain that this message today is the right one that needs to be communicated out there. And yeah, so without further ado, you can pick one of these 4 from these 4 piles. So you have the purple and pink brooch, pile number 1. Pile number 2 is this green peacock brooch. Then you've got for pile number 3 this cameo brooch. And pile number 4 is pink enamel rose for pile number 4. So take a look at these piles and just try to clear your mind. Any brooch that kind of you're more drawn to or makes you feel the most emotion, then you may want to pick that pile. There could be messages in all 4 or more than 1 pile, so feel free to take a listen to another pile, and certainly would love your feedback. If you are so inclined, send me an email. Let me know if you have any questions, but we will get started with pile number 1. So thank you. Hi, pile number 1. If you pick this purple and pink brooch for your option, we will remove pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4 aside for now. We will get started with pile number 1's reading. Now, if you skip the intro, we will be doing a reading around your healing process, maybe some blind areas that speak to what needs to be healed, maybe some guidance around your healing. I did pre-shuffle and pick these. I have not taken a look, so we will be learning together. And if you are a returning subscriber, I really appreciate your support. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much. I'm so blessed. I'm grateful for you to allow me to tap into your energy regarding your healing today. We will save the oracles here for a little later, and we will get started. So if you're interested in the decks that I use in this reading, I will be posting them at the bottom of this video. So we have the Ocean Goddess, and the light attribute for the goddess is the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. And then for the shadow attribute, you have exploitation of the female nature and form. It's got turtle, we got justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. We've got fear. We've got passion. We've got ships. And we've got mending bridges. I heal rifts. I am a mender. Okay, so I am picking up from pile number 1 that there is a very deep healing that's going on right now, a very deep, almost protective mode that's happening. I'm picking up that there has been somebody who has caused an injustice to you, that has put you kind of in protective mode, and you kind of feel lost right now. With the ocean here, I mean, there are days where you feel like you know exactly what it is that you need to do. It just seems so far away to get to the destination. And other days, I mean, the ocean is not so nice, and you feel like you're kind of aimlessly trying to navigate, you know, through the ocean waters of your emotions, of how you're feeling, of where to go next. And the reason why I'm picking up this protective mode is like, you know, a turtle as a shell, it's kind of protecting itself. In this case, this turtle looks like it's trying to swim up for more healing. It's kind of like swimming in the fear right now, you know, swimming in the fear of anything that can happen at this point. And so defenses are kind of up, protection mode's kind of up. Turtle is resilient, but I also feel that the turtle is kind of acting a little bit, sometimes more out of fear, to kind of get itself out of a situation. So with the goddess attribute, I just feel like in this situation of where whoever caused you this injustice, or this, where you feel like you are owed an apology, you know, you've always kind of been true to your own self. You haven't really, you know, been inauthentic. And the fact that you're feeling as though, despite that, you're still don't have grounding. You're still kind of, you know, lost at sea, so to speak. But you know where you want to go. It just seems like it's so far away, you know, almost like it's unattainable at this point, right? You have that passion, which speaks still of this like goddess authentic self. You know, your passion's kind of driving you to this authentic place, where you know what it is that you want. But it's scary because you're being kind of thrown into unpredictable areas that you have to kind of navigate through, that are taking you off course, you know, like these ships I'm getting. Just sometimes the ship has a destination, but due to outside circumstances, the ship could be derailed and just end up not quite, you know, in time where it is that the ship needs to be. But eventually, for the most part, the ship gets to destination, right? On this mending bridges here, I heal rifts, I am a mender. It's almost like this justice, that there is an apology that is due for most of you guys. I sense should be due to you, that you haven't heard yet, that you're still kind of waiting on, that would help this healing, that would help kind of make it feel like, you know, you can maybe get out of this dark place within the situation. I feel like for a lot of you guys, kind of midway through. Like this isn't early healing, you're kind of midway through what it is that needs to be done with your healing. And it's almost like the roughest part because it's too far away from, well, you feel it's too far away from where you need to be, but you're also come so far out. You know, that it's easy to then question how much longer, but because of this passion I see in this authentic self that you have, that kind of drives you to push yourself through this darkness, this fear, you know. And really I feel that the fear is more uncertainty about, you know, what if I don't get to where it is that I'm wanting to go or wanting to accomplish. Okay, so we're going to do some oracles. Actually, before we do the oracles, why don't we pull a little bit more tarot here, or I should say some tarot regarding your situation. See if we get a little bit more insight. So Spirit, for pile number 1, can we get some clear, concise messages regarding pile number 1's healing? Thank you, Spirit. We are so grateful for a clear, concise message. And pile number 1, I'm so thankful that you allow me to tap into your energy, take a look at your healing today. These are probably the biggest tarot cards. Well, these are the biggest tarot cards I own anyway. Okay, so we will pull 4 cards here for pile number 1. Pile number 1's healing. And got this one here. Okay. So we have 6 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Swords. That one came up well dignified. We have the Hermit. And we do have 8 of Swords. So I see a similar message that I saw with the other cards. I mean, this Goddess card here speaks to, for me anyway, with like the 6 of Pentacles, it's like being able to continue being authentic self, to give of yourself, to, without, you know, an expectation of gaining something, more of just giving of yourself and authentic self, you know, despite maybe circumstances. You have this 3 of Swords, which speaks of heartbreak, but in reverse. It can certainly mean the beginning of a healing process. So like I said, for a lot of you guys, this is midway through a healing process, you know, that the heart is on the mend. And I think more the pain or confusion, well, not necessarily confusion, but the difficult part is the fact that now it's kind of like, where to now, you know, like how long will it take for me to get to where it is? And some of you guys are even questioning whether that is where it is that you want to be, and really taking a look, removing yourself from, you know, circumstances, to take a really hermit, introspective look at what's going on. But this fear is self-imposed fear, right? Like feeling kind of trapped in this ocean that's kind of uncontrollable. But really, the uncontrollable feeling is maybe more stemming from this fear of not being able to control outside circumstances and thinking that that's, you know, what's the cause of the pain. But really, it's not. It's, you have the control to kind of, you know, take the blindfold off and these self-imposed fears and just kind of direct yourself to where it is that you feel you want to go. And maybe that's it, you know, with this introspective look, we're not quite sure now that what it is that we thought we had wanted. And we're so focused on kind of getting out or the destination rather than taking a look again at what you're really wanting to do, right? I don't know if this apology is gonna come or this wrong will be righted. Seems to me like it's certainly holding some of you guys back, waiting for this, you know, maybe this apology. Maybe that's why you're kind of sitting on this ocean instead of just kind of getting to destination, is waiting for this apology. Okay, so we have a couple of oracle cards here. This is the energy oracle. We have the third chakra, Archangel Camiel. And we have second chakra, Archangel Ariel. I feel like the injustice has really kind of almost clogged the healing that needs to happen, right? So you see the third chakra here, the sky's got glowing kind of heart. It's like in order to flow the energy through, to heal, cleansing of the chakras, you know, identifying where the pain's kind of stemming from. And the fact that you got two chakra cards, maybe it'd be beneficial to get a Reiki session or do some meditation. Kind of almost seems to me too like this one here with the second chakra. She's not willing to really even, she's not impressed, not willing to really look. The look on her face anyway, it's not like she's impressed to take a look at what's going on inside. So the hermit mode will help kind of get an introspective look itself. You know, why is there still pain? Why are we still waiting for maybe an apology or a wrong to be right when it may never come, that injustice will be, you know, reversed. So we got daydreams and decisions, and then feeling alone. Yeah, this is kind of what I'm picking up from the other cards too, like the daydreams and decisions. It's like easy to be in this vast ocean of just kind of, you know, trying to get somewhere, but more being in your dream than being decisive in where it is that you should be going. And in the process, you're feeling alone the longer you're kind of at sea, right? And maybe it's this feeling alone that's causing the pain, but instead of focusing on that, maybe making a decisive decision to let go of, you know, an apology that should be forthcoming, and kind of untie this blindfold from the Eight of Swords. That's kind of self-imposed fear of, for some of you guys, I'm getting like, if I forgive this person or the situation or the circumstance, then what? You know, it's kind of giving purpose right now. But you see that she's holding that light, that passion. And she's kind of fixated on where she thinks she's going to find maybe the not feeling alone. So for some of you guys, you know what it is that you're needing to do. So we have the Gratitude Oracle here. Security. It's kind of what I'm feeling in this one too. Like feeling alone, but wanting to feel the security of being, you know, in a safe place, you know, safe from the storms of the ocean, and just knowing the security. Just looking to where that security is outside of, you know, where she is. The security is across this river to get to where it is she wants to find, not to feel alone. And I say she, but I mean, could certainly be a he. Just in the depiction, you have a female. You know, and I like that this girl has the fox here. She's holding on to, it's like holding on to a piece of your authentic self, right? Like this goddess is unwilling to let go of that passion and that, you know, maybe you're not willing to bend and let go of who it is that you are to bend to someone's injustice and try to find your security somewhere else, to not have to give for a change of yourself, to still be able to be yourself and fit in, you know, to what it is that you want. But maybe the fear is that you're not quite sure what that is. There's fear of taking a look. So I think, yeah, cleansing the chakras would be a good start. Meditation even. More self turning inwards, like the hermit, looking inwards to know that maybe looking outside of self you might never find what it is that you want, right? You might be swimming turtle for a while because you need to understand where it is that you're wanting to go, and that's sometimes could be scary, but sometimes injustices happen and we just kind of have to let it go. And I have a feeling for some of you that injustice will be rectified at some point, but we can't be holding on or looking back or waiting for that before moving on to our destination. So yeah, this is all I have for pile number 1. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your energy. I am certainly grateful, and I'd love for you guys to stick around for pile number 2, 3, or 4, and let me know what you think. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Hello, pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you picked this green peacock brooch, then this reading is for you. And if you skip the intro, we will be reading today about your healing journey, maybe some insight as to areas maybe that you're unaware of regarding your healing, some guidance as to how you might want to perceive your healing. And I am so grateful for you to allow me to read your energy today and take a look at your healing. If this isn't resonating, please check out pile number 1, 3, or 4. And there might be some messages there for you. We will do a little bit of tarot as well. So we have the Destroyer. We have the Priest. So you have the light attributes, facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. And then the Shadow attribute violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. You have the Cheetah. Environmentalist. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. Cleanse. Discovery. Health. Looking deeper. Deep within me is a majestic radiance. I feel like this might be the starseed pile, just from looking at a lot of these cards. I am getting from the Destroyer that there's a need to heal and help others, but at the same time, it comes with great pain. You know, that's almost like the missions become the mission, but at what kind of cost? You know, the Destroyer here, I also sense just this really focused energy. It's almost like a calling energy, knowing where it is that, you know, where the focus should be or where the drive should be. But sometimes with that type of a vision, everything else around us might be getting pushed out or falling apart, or, you know, it's like cracking something open. This priest card, where it says facilitate spiritual commitment, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. So I do feel like a lot of you guys are coming into your ability to, you know, share that ability to heal others. And it's easy to kind of focus on other people and neglect, I guess, maybe what's going on around your own personal life. Like the cheetah, I just get from the cheetah like someone who's very much driven to accomplish a mission, right? That the cheetah's just so quick that there's things going on right now that you might not be in tune with. You might be just tunnel vision that life is happening kind of around you that might be something that would help heal or help bring more clarity to your own situation, because it's easy to focus elsewhere and others and feel accomplished, but it doesn't really bring the healing that an individual need regarding their own situation, circumstance. So with environmentalist here, earth angel, so clearly, I mean, starseeds are these, well, I believe these, you know, angel type beings that come to help with the healing of earth and other individuals. And that is certainly, you know, especially in the last, you know, I don't know, couple of years, it's been something that's been very prevalent in trying to bring a better peace on earth. And, you know, just time to maybe slow down and flip it so that we're now looking a little bit more within. You know, this cleanse card, just get the sense that it is very healing to be able to help others, so we can, you know, discover what it is within ourselves that we can help cleanse and identify where it is that we need to cleanse. And, you know, but then Spirit's just here to remind you that there's the outside circumstances happening kind of around you that might now need your attention. You know, and even your own health for a lot of you guys. Maybe, you know, you're not as active as you probably once were, or not as into taking care of your own self as maybe you wish you would, because of being so focused and dedicated on the healing of others, right? Looking deep within me is a majestic radiance. I think you guys all know you have this radiance, this majestic radiance, to be able to provide this healing. And I guess the question is can we apply this to ourselves, right? Can we discover further about ourselves now that we've been able to heal and maybe learn about others and others healing. Can we cleanse this and try to bring this deeper within ourselves, this healing? You know, maybe it is just starting with eating better, if that was your plan, or sleeping better because that was your intent. Maybe some of you guys don't even realize that you've been so wrapped up in that you haven't been watching your health, you know, mental health, physical health. And when you slow down or stop, I think it'll become evident that the mind, you know, needs healing. I think you're cleansed enough from, you know, helping others that now it's time to maybe take a deeper look within. I will read the tarot and get a little bit more on this pile 2's healing journey. These cards are ginormous. Thank you so much, Spirit. I can get a concise message for pile number 2's healing. All right. All right. So with the tarot, we got these 4 cards. 7 of Cups in reverse. We've got the Fool. We've got the Queen of Wands. And we got the King of Wands. Getting for a lot of you guys that you're getting more clear about what it is that is important or what you want. And maybe being busy or focusing elsewhere be a good way to not have to face, you know, going after what it is that you want, despite not knowing, I guess, how to begin or how to go about it. But for a lot of you guys, it is this, you know, the ultimate, I mean, couple here. You have the Queen and the King of Wands, you know, someone you're able to kind of partner with and share your passions and your desire and your drive with, you know, and maybe some of you guys know that that's kind of what it is that you want. And taking that step, it's becoming a little bit more clear, right? Because 7 of Cups speaks of options and fantasy, and I mean, since it's in reverse, I think some of you guys have already identified this is something important to you. So it's easy to distract in other things and helping others, and but you know, that's something that you're feeling you want after looking deeper within yourself. Then Spirit's just saying it's, you know, time to just take that leap of faith and go after what it is that you're wanting. You know, I find that Destroyer one, like, it's very focused on what it is that its calling is, that potentially the ability to be in a more stable type partnership or allow oneself to be open to find that true need. It's like tunnel vision. They don't see it because they're too wrapped up in the healing and the helping of others and a mission rather than seeing what's around them. I'm going to read the energy oracle here. So we have the Door to Value and Deceit. So both of these speak of, I mean, they show, you know, money or monetary things. Maybe I just feel like somebody is scared to open that door because, you know, the door to maybe having a partnership with someone is what they want, but it's easier to not focus on it because they don't want to be, you know, robbed again, potentially. Opening that door to value might be a message for some of you guys to open that door. And there you will find, you know, what value you're seeking and trying to help others. But there is this fear of being cheated, you know, or someone being deceitful. Again, potentially, or just you've never opened that door because of the fear of being, you know, deceptive, or someone deceiving you. Some deceptive behaviors that might cheat you of something. So it's easier just to kind of focus on others. She got the Heart Oracle. Open up. See, door to value. Open that door. Open up. And then heal. Yeah, well, the only way really to heal oneself is to open themselves up, right? So if you're focused on others, it could be that a lot of you guys are closed off to that, opening that door to the abundance where you'll find your healing. Because what I'm picking up is that people are trying to heal before maybe going after this partnership that they want to experience with another, you know, like the ultimate partnership, not just a partnership. You got the Queen and the King of Wands facing each other. Like, this is the ultimate person, partnership, unity. And maybe they're trying to heal themselves by healing others. Meanwhile, their health is falling apart, you know, this looking deeper certainly can only go a certain depth, right? But the Fool did speak of taking that leap of faith, and maybe this healing happens when you open up that door to value. Once you open up, you know, and not fear this deceit that's holding you back, is when the healing actually happens, right? Maybe within this partnership, jumping and taking that leap, because there's healing to be done as a couple that will, for a lot of you guys, help heal parts of yourself that you can't heal on your own. So no need to keep moving quickly in life, helping others, and, you know, but it starts with opening up that door to value, opening up yourself to be able to take that in. So imagination. So this also is that Seven of Cups card, right? Like the imagination, like there's so much potential, possibilities, options out there to be had. You know, it's almost like in this depiction, she's like outsider looking at all of the stuff that she possibly wants or can enjoy, but just kind of more of an outsider looking down, you know, family, fun, abundance, enjoyment, and sometimes you can participate in all of this fun stuff, right? Like, well, we got a guy playing music, you got a ship here, you got some kids playing and all this stuff. You know, you have a couple here, but if you're kind of the outsider witnessing this, it's just never really a full fulfillment. It's more of an imaginary type fulfillment, seeing this happening with others, and you're just kind of outsider looking within, rather than maybe opening up to the possibility of enjoying that with your significant partner, somebody who is going to not, you know, make you feel like you're looking from the outside in at all the possibilities. but there's certainly lots of options on the table for you. But I don't think you're open to letting yourself open that door. You're just kind of on the sidelines witnessing this stuff going on for now. Yeah, this is what I see for pile number 2. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your energy. I am so blessed, and I really wish you all the very best in your healing journey. If you're in the mood, you know, check out pile number 1, 3, or 4. Maybe there's some messages there for you as well, but thank you so much, and we will see you again. Hello, pile number 3. If you picked this cameo, then this is your reading. If you skip the intro, we will be taking a look at your healing journey, any sort of messages that might bring some more clarity to your situation. We'll ask for some guidance from Spirit regarding your healing. We'll pull some tarot, take a deeper dive into what is going on within your healing. If it's not resonating, please check out pile number 1, 2, or 4. And I will do my very best to convey message from Spirit. I thank you so much for allowing me to read your energy today, take a look at your healing, and thank you to Spirit for conveying the most accurate message today to help pile number 3 with their healing. We have the Mother. If you guys are curious in which decks I'm using, I will post that below this video. Pioneer, the light attribute, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Shadow attribute, compulsive, need to keep moving on. Check out the Fish. Creative expression, your soul belongs to express itself creatively. Love. Creation. Ooh, it's my creative pile. Male, female. Healing the past. I step into my future with strength and clarity. So right off the hop, what I'm definitely sensing, I mean, we have creativity, mothers create, creative here, love stemming, you know, from a place of creation. Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. I feel like you guys are on the verge of something very big. On the verge of very creative expression and taking something off the ground. This is very exciting because it is stemming from a place of love and like a calling to do something that you feel is going to free yourself from, you know, maybe a stale place where a lot of you guys have been for a while. I'm picking up that, you know, like a mother who creates, it's also difficult for the mother to kind of maybe let go of the creation because you have your compulsive need to keep moving on. But when you're a mother, I mean, you don't really, you know, move on from your children. It's like your children kind of move on from you. So it's like this creation, once created, to let go of it, you know, it's almost like it needs to take a life of its own to so you can kind of witness it and feel a sense of freedom and a sense of, you know, like you've brought something into this world. This male female is really giving me the balanced energy of the yin and yang, the male and female, you know, energies within yourself, that there is a good balance of the masculine and feminine, and that it was kind of required for this creation. You know, this creative expression says your soul belongs to express itself creatively. I think for a lot of you guys, you know, being able to use what's gone on in your life in the past is now helping you to take this creative idea off the ground, to birth this creative idea stemming from love. Maybe, you know, at one point it was painful love, but it was love nonetheless that has birthed this creative idea. And I mean, some of you guys might already know what this idea is. For all of you guys, it's different, so I can't tell you what this creative, you know, creative idea that's being taken off the ground is about, but it's really a passion to do something that you've never experienced before, and potentially the world has never really even seen before. And I get from fish as well that it's not a selfish, you know, coming from a selfish place. It's more of a desire to bring creation into a world where there is, you know, a lot of people who will also appreciate this, you know. And maybe the healing or the question here is how to let go of taking this off the ground. How does the creative idea go and, you know, separate itself kind of from you, the creator or the mother, right? Healing the past is really, you know, speaking, I think, to a lot of you guys that have been able to heal yourself, or that this creative idea is helping to heal yourself from either pain and love, or, but it's certainly helping the inspiration for this healing that needs to take place, or is taking place. So we're gonna pull some tarot here and get some insight for pile number 3 and their healing. But this is really exciting, guys, this creative, never done before idea that you're working on or taking a part of. It's very cool. It's exciting. So we have the tarot here. These gigantic black and gold tarot cards. And we need one more spirit. Thank you so much. We've got the Ace of Wands. Look at that. Inspiration. Just this place of creativity and drive, moving forward with this creative strength, right? Despite maybe any opposition, it's the strength to be able to take this off the ground and control how it's coming into the world. You know, hold back when need be, but just add the right amount of strength to take it off the ground. So you have the Page of Cups in reverse. So I think this also speaks to, I mean, it is stemming from a place of love, but because of the fish, like I said, it's not a selfish desire for, you know, your own fulfillment or enjoyment. It's more of, I think, to bring this love to a group of individuals, you know, others, not necessarily driven by one's self. But it is, you know, when you got the 10 of Wands, it is a very heavy load to carry. You know, it at times can be burdensome to take it off the ground, to get it to where it is that you're wanting it to be. but there is so much desire and drive that it almost is, you know, part of the game. And because of the strength, it's no question that you are able to drive that off the ground and pull through that feeling of, you know, heaviness, of maybe being the only one. You know, I get a sense that you're the only one kind of involved in this creation, and it's trying to, you know, do it yourself. And maybe you're the only one that can do it. So we'll pull some oracle cards here. We have the Energy Oracle, Caring Connections, and the Sun. So maybe this is an insight to some of your idea, like these caring connections could be bringing people closer together, you know. Helping people to have clarity in their relationship. I'm almost getting like this ability to have others see for themselves maybe these connections in their own lives, but this is something that's never been done before, so I don't know what it could be, but it's certainly interesting. And the Sun also speaks of, you know, happiness and bright days, and it's just bringing peace and happiness to others and their connections, some clarity that helps them feel happy in their connections. So refusing to see dreams coming true. So I'm getting here that a lot of what this creation is helping others to really see or tap into their higher potential to attain what it is that they want. You know, I mean, for a lot of individuals, maybe it starts with this caring connections, with love, the ability to see what it is that's going to make them truly happy and bring their dreams come true. You know, helping the ones who are refusing to see how to help them see, right? It's a very exciting creation I see here that you're trying to take off the ground, and when it involves helping others with so much passion, you know, so much inspiration to do so, there's like really no stopping you. So you have this Gratitude Oracle card. This is energy. This is like the Strength card. You know, it is going to take a lot of energy, a lot of yourself. I mean, this Ten of Wands is a very heavy, taxing, burdensome, a lot of effort, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of your output and energy just to take it off the ground. But you do have the energy, you know, you have the strength, the ability to push through and take this creative idea off the ground. That's very exciting. If you do have something like this, leave a comment below, because I'm so excited to hear what this is, and, you know, be blessed if I could be a part of whatever this is. But I do see that it is, you know, your calling to drive this once in a lifetime creation. How exciting. All right, guys, well, for pile number 3, this was your reading. I am so blessed to be able to read your energy. This has uplifted my spirit very much so, and I'm so happy and thrilled that I was a part of this today. If you'd like, you can, you know, take a listen to pile number 1 or 2 or 3. Maybe there's some messages in there that might help this creativity, but blessed be, love and light, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Hello, pile number 4. If you pick this pink and green enamel rose brooch, then this reading is for you. If you skip the intro, we will be taking a look at your healing journey, and Spirit will provide some guidance and some messages that might help you see your healing in a different light. Maybe some insight around what it is you can do. Very beautiful energy coming out of pile 3. And I am so happy and blessed that you are allowing me to read your energy today. And I do wish you guys all the very best in your healing. Thank you, Spirit, for giving us a concise message for pile number 4. So we have the Seed. If you guys are curious which decks I'm using, I will post that at the bottom of this video. We have the Martyr. Light attribute is learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. And then the shadow attribute, we have addiction to self-pity. We have the Earthworm. We have support. Your life purpose fully supports you. Stop. Enlightenment. Trust and faith. Exceeding expectations, I soar into excellence. Okay, I am getting a lot of energy from this pile. That's kind of almost a common thread up at the top here. With the Seed, I do see that you might be feeling as though there's so many different things that are out of your control, so many different walls that are up and around you that you have no control over, and kind of feeling stuck in this whirlwind, I guess, if you will. Not being able to break free out of this, all of these like wall. It's just like it's a shell of a environment where there's just so many things that are happening around you, but it's like it's all out of your control, or how you're feeling that it's all out of control and nothing you can do will help you kind of escape out of that. But because it is the Seed, we know that, well, you probably should hear that it's really going to stem from you, the Seed. You're going to be the driver of getting yourself out of this by mindset, right? So maybe your mindset isn't understanding that you are the Seed that helps pull yourself out of this whirlwind. You know, addiction to self-pity is really speaking to, if only this would happen, if only that happened, if this person said this or did that, then this and this, where it's really more of a, you know, I mean, it's difficult to hear, but a self-pity would be to look at what others are doing rather than taking a look at transcending oneself and pulling oneself out and, you know, watering the seed that's going to help kind of bring one out of that. The earthworm's giving me the same type of vibe as this seed, but it does bring a message of hope, because with an earthworm, no matter how many times, you know, it's going to get cut, it rejuvenates, kind of like the seed, where it just grows and still able to carry on, you know, and find its way through difficult situations to get to where it needs to go. And that the only vibrance I see in this card is within this earthworm here. It's kind of wrapped around this vibrance. That vibrance in this card is, you know, the seed, which I'm seeing is really represented by you and your internal vibrance, your internal self that carries that light that you need, that light that's really the happiness, the vibrance coming from you, you know. Maybe you feel like you're not being supported by the people around you and you need that support. It feels like there is no support, but what Spirit's saying is that your life purpose totally supports you, you know, and that there are individuals that don't have support but are still able to drive forward supporting themselves, because they're their biggest supporter, and getting themselves to move out of a state where they feel like they're caught in a whirlwind where they can't get out of, where there's obstacle after obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, right? Or wall upon wall upon wall upon wall, where they just can't seem to gain ground. You know, the only way to break out of that and really break yourself free is stemming from within. So message is just, Spirit is saying stop. You know, stop what it is maybe that you're repetitively doing. Stop maybe the process of how you're thinking, and just turn to enlightening yourself, you know, have trust and faith that within yourself you have the ability to do this. Others have done it, and you're, you know, you're not different than any other special being that's able to pull themselves out with the trust and support, with, you know, maybe praying and reaching out to your spirit guides. You know, if you do feel like there's not enough support here in this 3D material world, then maybe, you know, getting closer to your God, your higher self, messages from your, you know, ancestors, having trust and faith in yourself. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight where suddenly you trust and faith yourself, or trust the faith to get yourself out of it. But if you do reach a state of enlightenment where you're able to, you know, maybe switch your way of thinking and maybe, you know, stop and pray and ask for assistance from your higher self, from spirit, you know, like I say, God, however you view God, or a higher power, and have trust and faith that once you're putting that out there, that that's what's going to help, you know, give you the strength to be able to pull yourself out of this feeling, you know, to reach that stage of exceeding expectations. I soar into excellence, because what I'm gathering from you is that even though there's lots of obstacles and walls, once you're able to break free from that, you're going to exceed your expectations of what it is that you are even wanting, or what you could even possibly imagine to happen for yourself, you know, and that you being the seed, you know, to really help plant what it is that you want. Once it comes into fruition, it's going to exceed your expectations, you know. I mean, if you're focusing on a seed, you're not seeing results, it's easy to just kind of give up and look at all the obstacles. But Spirit's saying stop looking at it this way. Really, the stop is stopping the mentality, stopping maybe, you know, the addiction to self-pity, or the fact that there is no support, and seeing the more, I mean, it is reality, but if you're looking at the negative aspect of reality, you'll never be able to get yourself out of this feeling that you're having. And in order to exceed your expectations, you know, Spirit's asking you to just trust, have some faith, tap into your higher self, your spirit guides, you know, your higher power, and trust your own self, your own ability to be the one to pull yourself out of this. I'm going to read some tarot now from these ginormous black and gold tarot cards, and see what Spirit wants to convey regarding pile number 4's healing. Spirit, is there anything further pile number 4 needs to hear about their healing journey that you want to convey? Thank you so much, Spirit. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. The Queen of Wands, reverse. The Ace of Pentacles, upright. Got the 3 of Swords. Now we got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so when I'm seeing the Queen reverse, it always kind of gives me the feeling that somebody might not be mentally in the right headspace, and kind of maybe looking at the cants of a situation, or they're unable to do more, trying to be manipulative in such a way that's manipulating a situation, not necessarily manipulating others, but maybe manipulating their mind to seeing something in a certain way, which is kind of preventing that first step into, you know, the first step into really taking a step out of that mindset and grounding something that's, you know, going to be fruitful, and get themselves out of this heartbreak right? Like it's almost like waiting for the right timing, waiting for divine something else or someone else or something else to kind of help with that heartbreak, rather than, you know, taking that drive and initiative to be the one to take that first step, and understanding that if there is some heartbreak there and some sorrow, feeling not supported, that the first step to healing that heart would be to be the one to plant that seed, right? This is like reminding me of the seed, right? But you're the one kind of offering yourself that one first step. And that divine timing, we always speak of divine timing, yes, but it's not something that just all of a sudden happens. We really do have control once we stop with maybe the martyr complex of self-pity, or understanding that we might not have support from others, but life purpose supports you. Then you step yourself into that divine timing, because you're taking the control of saying, you know what, I'm going to do this. And then the divine timing, everything happens because you've now stepped into your power. Taking that first step, you know, you can wait around forever thinking, you know, eventually it's your turn and your luck will turn, but Spirit's saying it's not the way it works, you know. And maybe this is the first step to just asking for guidance from your higher self to be able to find the strength and power to take that, plant that first seed of belief in yourself that's going to help heal the heart and move you out of this state. So we're going to read the energy oracle cards right now. See what we have. So we have Magician and the Mirror, the Thinking Man. Yeah, I'm still feeling these two cards here with that. Magician and the Mirror is really like you're the manifester, you know, of what's going to come forward in your life. The Mirror certainly speak of looking within, seeing your own actions, how maybe you have been maybe more martyr than taking control or the reins of what it is that you are supposed to be doing to help yourself in this situation, rather than looking at external. The Thinking Man, it's really someone who has very good insight after a period of, you know, trying to see what the blessings are, trying to see where there is the positive blessings in their life. You know, you might have to think for a bit. So maybe getting a paper, writing everything you're kind of grateful for, the gratitude, think about it, you know, every morning. Maybe think of all the things you're grateful for. Having a mirror, reflective self, to be able to see where maybe you are talking down to yourself. And if others can't be there to support you, why do you need to be like the others to talk down to yourself? You know, maybe having that reflective mirror about how you're talking and acting, and not, you know, being the one to be that person you need in your life to stop the negative self-talk, stop the same actions, or you get the same result. I'm going to read the Heart Oracle here. Win or lose. Solar plexus chakra. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like the attitude right now is kind of seeing it as a win or lose, but that if I can't, you know, have what it is that I want right now, I kind of feel like I'm a failure, or I'm the one losing. It's this win or lose attitude where it's like, well, seeds take time to grow. First step needs to happen in order to, you know, reap the rewards or the fruit of your own actions. You know, I think with the solar plexus chakra too, that it's really speaking about being able to look within and ask for help and guidance from spirit, from yourself, being able to kind of hone your own energies and your own power, claiming your own power back, if that means, you know, having trust and faith in a higher power. But that's really you doing it, you yourself, right? And not being so win or lose type attitude, that there is, you know, if you do feel like you're losing, that there is this step that you can, in order to get yourself out of that state and, you know, exceed your expectations in life. So we have the gratitude oracle expression. So I feel like some of you guys might have shut down and even being able to express what it is that you do desire, and kind of stuck in the what it is that you don't want, or the self-negative talk, or being the martyr of what you're seeing around you that you don't want or don't like, or what's been bad, or what's kind of robbed you of this or that, or what's holding you back. And, you know, rather than maybe seeing it a little differently, like having that expression to say what it is that you do want, you know, like that gratitude journal, maybe it's a good idea to write down, okay, well, if things were different, what would it be then that you would want to see and express yourself, you know, even if it is far out or seems like something you cannot have at this moment. I think having that out there, you know, you aim for really high expectation, and you never know where you might be led. But if you're kind of not even aiming, you're aiming for just one more day, you know, it's not really letting you soar to new heights, to be able to exceed your expectations of what you want, because you haven't really even expressed to yourself what it is that you're wanting, where it is you're wanting to go, where you're capable of going, you know. And maybe you do have someone that you trust, but might feel like if you tell them this, that you'll feel like you're, you know, not realistic. But I think getting it out there, you don't need anyone to, you know, have to support you, even if they don't believe in you. Maybe you feel they don't, but they may. But if they don't, I mean, you're still the one that's able to drive that, you know. And I do feel like this is a phase for a lot of you guys, that inside, I don't think there is, you know, a negative person, but maybe for some of you guys have been in this mindset for quite some time and don't even realize. And even hearing this, like me even saying it, I just hear a lot of individuals saying, oh, I don't have this martyr complex, or I'm not, you know, but then again, I'm not. Well, no, let's now look at what you are and what you can do and how you can be, and what's good and what's going to drive you forward, rather than you're not, or you haven't, or lack mindset, right? Stop that. And I mean, I'm just a pair of hands on the internet, so I could tell you whatever, but this is what I'm picking up from Spirit. And I don't know, for a lot of you guys, this is just a habit or a pattern, way of being that might be a mindset for a while, and for some of you guys might just be a phase. And I'm here to just bring it to your attention, snap out of it, you know. I know it's, people might leave negative comments. I'm saying snap out of it, but really, like, you're the only one that can snap out of it. Take that step, plant that seed. It's coming from within. No one's here to swoop away and take you away, and you will get cut and you will have pain, but you regenerate, you learn from it, you get stronger. That's the only way you're going to exceed your expectation. That's the only way you're going to get to your, what you might feel is fantasy for you. But why not? Why not you? You know, you deserve the very best. Just trust, have faith. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. That's all I have for pile number 4. If you'd like, you can send me an email. Hopefully I can provide some more insight to you. Love and light. I wish the best in your healing journey. I am so blessed to be able to take a look at your energy today. And thank you so much. Hopefully we see you soon. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.